Stop everything you are doing right now and just breathe. Virgo, you did not click on this message by accident today. Your intuition guided you here because the exhausting cycle of waiting you have been trapped in is finally breaking. I see the sheer, unspoken exhaustion you have been carrying, that heavy feeling of taking 3 steps forward only to be pushed 2 steps back right at the finish line. Pay close attention to every word I'm about to reveal, because the delays you quietly blamed yourself for were never your fault. You are the Virgo who does everything right. You work relentlessly in silence. You avoid the drama. You build things the correct way. Yet you continually see your goals stall at the 99% mark. It feels as if you have been cultivating a beautiful, abundant garden out in the open, which naturally attracted pests and thieves, and the universe had to temporarily pause your harvest just to build an invisible, towering stone wall around you. You will discover why your biggest breakthroughs were suddenly put on hold just as you reached for them. You will understand the silent spiritual envy that successfully disguised itself as your own burnout. You will learn exactly what tangible shift is arriving now that the invisible siege has been broken. You will uncover the 3 undeniable signs that your energy field is finally sealed and protected. And before this reading ends, I will give you a specific phrase about your life that you will carry for the next few months. Have you ever felt that heavy, suffocating pressure on your chest that spikes precisely when you are about to step into a new chapter, as if an unseen hand is pulling you backward just as you reach the door? It feels as if your own mind is trying to convince you that you simply aren't ready or haven't worked hard enough, masking the truth of the spiritual interference. But what if this exhausting cycle of delays and unexplainable fatigue isn't bad luck, but a clear signal that the universe is trying to expose the spiritual envy surrounding your path? Because while many write these delays off as mere coincidence, few realize that a sudden blockage can carry an unspoken resentful stare, a silent energetic drain, and a spiritual siege that has yet to be dismantled. But what if the great turning point lies in this revelation that you haven't been able to apply yet? Now think with me. Why does everything stall in my life exactly when it is about to work out? What if every opportunity that slipped away at the last second, every compliment that hit a sharp edge every night, you couldn't sleep because of a heavy energy in the room, every friend who quietly celebrated your setbacks, and this constant draining sensation of being watched too closely were signs of a spiritual envy that you have ignored for far too long? It was searching for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. This book is not just a read, it is a revelation created for Virgos who wish to understand exactly where this draining energy is coming from, permanently cut the invisible cords of envy, the evil eye, and silent sabotage armor your energy field, so you can finally claim what comes next without fear of being seen. Many Virgos already feel that they need to protect themselves from this energy surrounding them, but they still haven't made the decision to download the digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment, but beware, the access could be taken offline at any moment. It reveals reflections, hidden signs, and directions that can transform your energetic field. Do not wait for another breakthrough to be hijacked at the finish line before you decide to protect your energy. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the spiritual envy that tried to delay your arrival might just be the absolute proof that the universe has prepared a blessing far too massive for you to remain hidden. If this very first word has already struck a chord within you, type "My light is mine" down below in the comments. Not just for me, but because another Virgo who is exactly where you were a year ago needs this message to find them tonight. This path has a map, and it is already within your reach in the first pinned comment. I will come back to it shortly, and if for some reason you are not interested or cannot acquire the digital book right now, there is still another door open for you. I don't receive a single penny for any of these messages I deliver here every day. Nothing at all. And yet they keep coming out every day, for you and for every Virgo who still needs to be reached. If at any point your heart wants to give back a little of what you received, there is a voluntary donation link open in the first pinned comment right below the book. Whatever amount fits in your hand today, whatever amount your heart points to. This is what keeps this channel standing. This is what makes the next message reach another Virgo tomorrow. exactly as it reached you today. I'll be waiting for you there, Virgo. I haven't told you the most important thing yet. There are 4 signs that this siege is already acting upon you, and you will recognize at least one of them. I want you to bring your attention back to this exact moment. Let the noise of the outside world fade into the background. Let the notifications, the endless tasks, and the heavy expectations wait outside the door for just a few minutes. We are about to enter the deepest part of your recent timeline, and I need you completely present. You have been searching endlessly for logical reasons to explain why your life feels like walking through thick mud lately. You have tried to optimize your routine, sleep more and work harder, but logic simply cannot explain what is happening in the unseen. Notice how your body reacts to what I'm about to say now. Pay close attention to your shoulders and feel if your chest tightens or if a sudden wave of deep validation washes over you. There are 4 undeniable signs that this invisible siege is already acting upon your life, and as I describe them, you will recognize at least one of them with absolute, chilling clarity. The first sign is the post-news drain. It is that sudden, crushing wave of fatigue hitting you right after sharing a piece of good news. Picture yourself sitting across from someone you thought was a loyal friend, perhaps over coffee on a seemingly normal afternoon. You finally share that exciting update about your life and they smile. But within an hour of leaving that table, your energy completely flatlines. For some of you, this happened just recently with a colleague at work whose congratulations felt hollow. For others, it was an old friend whose smile didn't quite reach their eyes. You called it your own unexplained burnout. The universe called it a spiritual drain from unspoken envy. The second sign is the 99% collapse. This happens when a major project, a significant purchase, or a life-changing opportunity falls apart at the 11th hour. It is a random Tuesday afternoon. All the agreements are made, all your relentless efforts are finalized, and then, for completely illogical and chaotic reasons, the door slams shut in your face. The rug is pulled out from under you. You called it bad luck right at the finish line. The universe called it an invisible siege, hitting the brakes forcefully to stop you before you stepped into a spiritually corrupted room. The third sign happens in the absolute dead of night, the 3 a.m. gaze. You wake up suddenly with a racing heart, staring at the dark ceiling. The room feels unnaturally heavy, and there is a sudden, suffocating feeling of being watched by an unseen presence. You try to rationalize it. You tell yourself it is just stress from the week, or that you simply drank too much coffee. You called it a painful, unfair delay in your peace of mind. The universe called it a necessary quarantine to protect your harvest, waking you up because your energy field was actively detecting an intrusive, envious gaze. The fourth sign is the bitter compliment. You are standing at a family gathering or a work event, and someone praises your recent achievements. But as the words leave their mouth, they leave a sharp, metallic taste in the air. The tone is perfectly polite, but your intuition instantly recognizes the deep, silent resentment hidden beneath the forced applause. You immediately swallow your excitement and shrink your light just to make them comfortable in their shadows. You called it just being humble and avoiding conflict. The universe called it the exact moment the energetic cords of sabotage tried to latch onto your back. These signs are not random occurrences, Virgo. They are not figments of your imagination. They all have a common origin, and it has a very specific name. But before the name, you need something else. There is a path of protection, and I am going to open it right now. Before the name. Before the exact word is spoken. Because anyone carrying the weight of this invisible siege needs the shield before they receive the revelation. Stay here. And this is exactly where the path of protection opens. The signs that just hit you did not hit you by chance, Virgo. You felt that sudden chill of recognition because your intuition has always known there was something moving beneath the surface of your delays. This cold, silent resistance that tightens around your life the moment your light begins to shine brighter is not a product of your imagination. You have spent months trying to rationalize the blockages, letting that freezing voice inside your head convince you that you were simply not prepared, not capable, not pushing hard enough. But that internal voice of doubt was never yours. It was the invisible siege masking the truth of the spiritual interference, wrapping itself in your own insecurities so you would not fight back. What if this heavy, unexplainable exhaustion is a deliberate cosmic warning, trying to expose the spiritual envy surrounding your path before you take another unprotected step? I have seen Virgos exactly where you are right now. I have sat with them as they stared at their hands, wondering why their relentless hard work was never enough to cross the finish line. They were brilliant, devoted, pure in their intentions, yet they were constantly watched and quietly judged by people who disguised themselves as friends. They kept trying to force a door open, constantly exhausted, taking 3 steps forward, only to be violently pushed 2 steps back. But the moment they stopped fighting the symptom and decided to shield their energy field, everything shifted. What changed in them was not their work ethic, it was their energetic boundaries. The doors that slammed shut without reason, the connections that turned cold when you started rising, the sheer weight of carrying expectations and hidden jealousies. You have carried this suffocating energy for long enough. It was for this exact moment that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. This is not just a collection of nice spiritual concepts. It is the exact surgical instrument you need right now to understand exactly where this draining energy is coming from, permanently cut the invisible cords of envy, the evil eye, silent sabotage, and fully armor your energy field, so you can finally claim what comes next without shrinking yourself to fit into their shadows. It reveals the exact mechanics of how your energy has been siphoned and how to lock the gates. Because there is a cosmic truth you must engrave into your mind today. Envy cannot touch what it can no longer see. A blessing delayed by a spiritual siege is simply a blessing being armored for your arrival. This specific cosmic window of protection is opening for you right now, but this alignment does not wait for you to feel ready. Think about the sheer amount of time you have already lost, trying to push through a locked door while your energy was being secretly drained. Every single day without this path is another day you leave your field wide open to the heavy stares, fake smiles, silent judgments of those who secretly celebrate your setbacks. Every minor victory you achieve without this armor will be instantly met with an illogical obstacle. Every major breakthrough you attempt without this shield will attract a heavier, more suffocating level of interference. You cannot keep giving your best energy to a corrupted room. The time for rationalizing spiritual attacks as bad luck is over. The digital book is available for you in the first pinned comment. Download it right now while this word is still alive and pulsating inside your chest. Claim the complete energetic armor that only this specific path maps out for you in its entirety. Take a deep breath and visualize that towering stone wall finally rising around your garden. The mortar is dry, Virgo. The dark, heavy work you have been doing in the basement, where no one could see your progress, is complete. You are no longer exposed to the thieves who wanted to harvest the fruits of your labor without ever planting a single seed. The delays were painful, yes, but they were simply the universe building a massive fortress around you, so that when your blessing arrives, it cannot be touched, tainted, or taken away. Drop your shoulders right now. Feel that false sense of responsibility falling away to the floor. The siege has been broken and your energy is finally returning to its rightful owner. You are safe here. And as I told you earlier, Virgo, besides the digital book that is in the first pinned comment, there is that voluntary donation link open, right below the book. I still do not receive a single penny for every message that leaves here for you. That is why this link exists, so that another Virgo tomorrow finds exactly this message that found you today, whatever amount your heart points to. Every such gesture keeps our channel standing and makes the next message reach those who need it, exactly as it reached you today. What arrives has a form, and it has a date. And now, with the path laid out before you, the name comes down. What you have been experiencing over these past few agonizing months is not a series of unfortunate coincidences. It is not a string of bad luck. It is not a punishment for some mistake you made in the past. And it is certainly not a reflection of your capabilities or your worth. It is a highly specific, very real cosmic event known as the threshold of the broken siege. This is not a vague spiritual metaphor, Virgo. It is a tangible cosmic window that is opening for you right now. signifying the exact moment the energetic barriers placed by others shatter entirely. It is a physical, undeniable shift in your reality that finally allows the delayed manifestation to arrive at your door. The threshold of the broken siege activates only when the invisible, towering stone wall the universe has been building around you is completely finished. The heavy energy that has been sitting on your chest and pulling at your shoulders lately was never yours to carry. It is a suffocating cloak woven purely from the insecurities, the hidden jealousies, and the silent resentment of those around you. But this specific threshold marks the absolute end of their access to your light. Over the next few days, as this specific energetic cycle closes, the mortar of your fortress is finally drying. The spiritual quarantine is officially over. Every time a project collapsed at the 11th hour, or a promise was broken without logical reason, it was the universe actively forcing a delay. It was keeping you hidden in the shadows, while the invisible siege was being carefully dismantled. The threshold of the broken siege is the absolute cosmic green light you have been desperately waiting for. It is the exact moment the universe finally declares that your energy field is sealed, protected, and fully ready to hold the massive weight of what comes next. For a very long time, you have been acting as the ultimate architect of an invisible foundation. You have been building the basement in the dark. People walked by, looked into the hole, saw nothing but dirt, and quietly mocked your lack of visible progress. They judged the emptiness of the surface, completely unaware of the massive, unbreakable structure you were anchoring below the ground. But you were digging deep so the tower wouldn't fall. You were reinforcing the concrete of your energetic boundaries, so that when your blessing finally arrived, it could not be shaken by the wind of someone else's bitter envy. Now the foundation is completely set. The walls are heavily fortified against outside eyes, and the tower is finally ready to rise above ground. This is exactly where you are right now, Virgo. The dark work is done. I saw you swallow your excitement and hide your good news because something inside you warned you that the room wasn't safe. I watched you carry the sheer, unspoken exhaustion of taking 3 steps forward, only to be pushed 2 steps back, never realizing I was the one pulling you away from the edge of a corrupted room. I did not delay your harvest to break your spirit. I paused it to build the armor that will permanently protect your abundance. The siege is broken, and your light is entirely yours again. I have seen this happen before. There is a person who carried this exact same heavy energy for years. They kept trying to force a door open in their career, constantly exhausted, constantly watched, and quietly judged by false friends who smiled at their face but prayed for their downfall. They thought they just needed to work harder, sleep less, and endure more pain. They rationalized the spiritual attacks as their own lack of effort, and then one day, they stopped pushing the locked door and started shielding their field. What changed in them was not their work ethic, it was their energetic boundaries. The moment they understood the threshold of the broken siege and cut those invisible cords, that career door didn't just open. It was blown entirely off its hinges. The sudden momentum was breathtaking. The exact same absolute shift is hovering over your life at this very second. The universe recently removed certain people from your life without asking for your permission or giving you closure. This was the necessary pruning of dead branches right before the spring bloom. Stop mourning the absence of people who were secretly relieved every time you failed. By accepting this isolation, your energetic field is finally cleared and primed for genuine, untainted connections. Take a deep breath and notice how your body is reacting to these words. You are still processing this right now. I know you are feeling a sudden, strange lightness in the center of your chest, or perhaps a subtle warmth spreading across your shoulders as that false sense of responsibility finally falls away to the floor. The tension you carried in the back of your neck is dissolving because your intuition knows I am speaking the absolute truth. But do not close this path yet. The deepest truth is still ahead, and it has your name on it. This threshold you are crossing right now is not merely a sudden shift in your external circumstances. It is a profound, undeniable shift in exactly who you are. The universe did not just break the invisible siege to simply free you from the exhaustion. It broke it to finally reveal the magnificent spiritual architecture you have been building in the dark. For years, you have operated under different names, wearing masks of resilience just to survive the heavy energy in the room. You are the guarded visionary. You saw the exact blueprint of your future, long before anyone else could even comprehend the foundation, building relentlessly while others slept. But Virgo's deepest vulnerability has always been the sheer isolation of seeing too far ahead. You have quietly borne the immense weight of a brilliant mind, often shrinking your light in rooms that secretly demanded you stay small just to make them comfortable. You are the silent victor. Virgo fights the most brutal, exhausting battles completely behind closed doors, never asking for applause, never demanding recognition for the blood and sweat poured into the soil. You have constantly absorbed the chaotic energy of everyone around you, carrying their unsaid burdens just to keep the peace. You have sacrificed your own celebration, swallowing your victories just to protect the fragile egos of those who smiled at your face. And you are the armored healer. People have constantly gravitated toward your brilliant light to fix their own brokenness, quietly siphoning your empathy while secretly resenting your unwavering strength. You have given so much of your pure, untainted energy to those who only ever wanted to consume it, leaving you profoundly exhausted at the end of the day, wondering why your own cup was always left so painfully empty. This is exactly who you are, Virgo, and you know this is the absolute truth. Notice how your chest is reacting to these words right now. Take a slow, deep breath and feel that sudden, undeniable warmth spreading through your core. This warmth has a specific name. It is the absolute recognition of your true spiritual weight, finally stripped of the heavy expectations and the envious stares you were never meant to carry in the first place. But listen to me very carefully. This identity that has just been declared over you needs to be actively sustained, because the Virgo who knows their own worth without knowing the siege that surrounds them goes right back to carrying stares that are not theirs. The moment you step into the light, the shadows will try to latch on again. It is exactly to anchor this new reality that you must open this digital book. The great secret behind the spiritual envy against Virgo. You will find it waiting for you right now in the first pinned comment. This is the exact tool designed for sustaining the powerful identity that was just declared over your life today. Do not wait for the heavy stares to return before you claim the armor that belongs to you. By securing your copy now, you are ensuring that your energy field remains permanently sealed. You are locking the gates so that you can finally walk into your next chapter, completely shielded, entirely untouched by the silent sabotage, fake smiles, heavy stares of others. I promised I would come back to this. The signs we talked about were only the beginning. But before we move forward, you need to know exactly how this invisible cycle will try to return to your life, because it will try. As I promised you just a moment ago, knowing your true spiritual weight is only half the battle. You need to know exactly how this invisible cycle will attempt to rebuild itself around you over the next few days, because the moment you step into the light, the shadows will instinctively try to latch on again. The siege does not give up easily, it merely changes its shape. There are 3 specific tactics the siege will use to test your new armor. The first tactic is the sudden, overwhelming urge to downplay your success just to make someone else in the room comfortable. You will achieve something brilliant, and immediately that freezing voice will tell you to shrink your victory, to hide your joy so you do not spark someone else's insecurity. The second tactic is the friendly text message out of nowhere, from someone who only ever checks in when you are doing well. For some of you, this will be an old colleague who suddenly wants to catch up right as you step into a promotion. For others, it will be a distant family member probing for information under the disguised tone of concern. It is a deliberate, energetic fishing line cast into your pristine waters. The third tactic is the internal voice of doubt whispering that this new phase is simply too good to be true and will not last. It is the insidious thought trying to convince you that the heavy, suffocating exhaustion is bound to return tomorrow. But you are no longer unarmed, Virgo. You have 3 powerful weapons to fight back, and they require your immediate action. First, the verbal declaration. The next time that heavy energy tries to enter your room, the moment you feel that unexplainable drop in your chest, I want you to stand up, Look directly in the mirror and say out loud, "My light is mine to hold and I owe no one my shadows." Second, the symbolic action. Go through your phone today and delete those old, stagnant contacts. Sever those dead energetic ties physically to permanently close the spiritual doors they use to access you. And third, the ultimate action. When your next massive win arrives, celebrate it in absolute, joyful silence before telling a single soul. Starve the envy by completely refusing to give it an audience until your blessing is fully anchored in reality. These 3 weapons protect you from what I managed to show you today, but the cycle has more layers than can fit in one video. When a forced smile tries to drain your joy, when a project encounters sudden illogical resistance, when that unexplainable exhaustion returns after a friendly conversation, you need to know exactly how to close the breach instantly. It is for this exact reason that I am pointing you back to the great secret behind the spiritual envy against Virgo. This digital book maps out what remains unseen. It is the complete blueprint of protection you need, so this invisible siege never traps you again. I am not rushing you, I am warning you. Do not wait for the invisible siege to rebuild itself before you open this map. The cosmic window that is allowing you to see these patterns clearly will not stay open forever. The link is right there in the first pinned comment. Secure your armor. And now, Virgo, I need you to stop learning for a moment and start feeling. And now, Virgo, I need you to stop learning for a moment and start feeling. I want you to close your eyes right now, just for a few seconds. Let the screen in front of you blur into the background. Drop your shoulders completely. Let that heavy, invisible armor you wear every single day fall to the floor. Take one deep breath, very slowly, and hold it at the very top. Now, exhale, and feel the physical weight that you have been carrying for months finally leaving the room. We are about to permanently seal the boundaries of your garden, and you cannot do this while bracing for an impact that is no longer coming. I want you to feel a cool, brilliant silver light pouring down directly from the crown of your head. Feel it washing over your shoulders, completely dissolving the sticky, heavy residue of every envious stare that was cast upon you this year. See a massive, impenetrable mirror forming around your entire body, facing outward, instantly returning every unspoken judgment and every bitter thought back to its exact sender. Feel the deep, chronic tension finally leaving the back of your neck. Take another deep breath and feel the sudden, incredible lightness expanding in your chest as those invisible cords of silent sabotage are permanently and violently severed. The mortar on your towering stone wall is completely dry, Virgo. The fortress is finally sealed. Release the crushing weight of every opportunity that slipped away at the last second. Release the metallic taste of every compliment that hid a sharp edge. Release the suffocating pressure of every night you couldn't sleep because of a heavy, resentful energy standing in the room. Release the false guilt of shining too bright and let go of every single person who quietly celebrated your setbacks. You are no longer required to shrink your brilliant light just to fit into their comfortable shadows. It is time to fully awaken the magnificent spiritual architecture that you built in the dark. Step into the absolute authority of the guarded visionary, holding the pure blueprint of your future without ever needing their validation or applause again. Claim the quiet, unshakable power of the silent victor, celebrating your massive wins in absolute protected joy completely behind closed doors, and embody the deep peace of the armored healer, giving your pristine energy only to those who truly deserve it, ensuring that your own cup never runs empty again. Notice how your body is reacting to this exact moment. You are still processing this right now, feeling that subtle warmth spreading across your core. Before we seal this energy, write down the name of someone you are carrying through this transition in the comments below. Or if this is solely for you, write in one single sentence what you are expecting the universe to deliver next. I will read them. And you will not be writing this alone. Do not release this energy yet. We are not done. Stay with me. I place an absolute shield over your home today. I place a seal over every silent effort you have poured into the dark soil. I place an impenetrable wall around the massive breakthrough that is already on its way to your door. I have watched you carry the weight of an invisible siege, quietly blaming yourself for every door that slammed shut at the 99% mark. You thought you were simply not working hard enough, but I was the one hitting the brakes, pulling you back because I refused to let you walk into a corrupted room. The exhaustion you felt was not a failure of your strength. It was the sheer force of the energetic barrier I was building to quarantine your harvest. I saw you swallow your excitement and hide your good news because something inside you warned you that the room wasn't safe. I watched how every compliment that carried a sharp edge made you shrink your brilliant light, just to keep the peace and make them comfortable in their shadows. You called it humility, but I saw it as a desperate attempt to survive an unspoken resentment that you never deserved to carry. Every time a major project collapsed on a random Tuesday, and every time that sudden crushing fatigue hit you right after a friendly conversation, it was not a string of bad luck. It was my deliberate intervention. I forced those delays because I needed to dismantle the silent sabotage of those who smiled at your face, but secretly celebrated your setbacks. I could not allow your blessings to land while your field was still wide open to their heavy stares. You woke up at 3 a.m. with a racing heart, not because you were anxious, but because I was actively waking your intuition to the intrusive gaze trying to latch onto your life. I allowed the isolation to prune the dead branches from your circle without asking for your permission, removing the false friends who drained your joy. I was preparing the ground for genuine, untainted connections that will honor your true spiritual weight. Now the mortar of your towering stone wall is completely dry. The spiritual quarantine is officially over, and the energetic cords of envy have been violently severed. The delays are finished. You are finally ready to step into your new chapter completely shielded. And everything that was held back is now being released directly into your hands. The internal voice of doubt that whispered you were not ready ends here. The friendly messages that were secretly cast to drain your joy end here. The sudden urge to downplay your massive success for the comfort of others ends here. Virgo has never been cold. Virgo is not envied for being demanding. Virgo is envied for quietly delivering what others only promise out loud. Don't let go yet. The universe has just told you. I saw you swallow your excitement and hide your good news because something inside you warned you that the room wasn't safe. And that is exactly why I need to remind you of one thing before sealing. What was cut here is real. But tomorrow morning, the world will try to convince you that nothing changed. And you must be prepared for that heavy stare that will try to latch onto your back again tomorrow morning. It is exactly to anchor this protection that you need, the great secret behind the spiritual envy against Virgo, in your hands right now. It is waiting for you in the first pinned comment. This is the ultimate tool for anchoring the absolute protection you built during this reading, so it doesn't fade away by tomorrow. Do not let tomorrow test the shield we have just raised without having this guide by your side. Take a moment to realize that there are thousands of Virgos listening to this right now in the exact same silence as you. A massive, quiet wave of recognition is washing over so many who have walked this identical path of exhaustion and delayed blessings. If this voice found you today, subscribe to the channel, not for a number, but because the next message in this series will look exactly for those who have already crossed this first one. In the next video of this series, I'm going to reveal the exact physical sign that appears 48 hours before an envious attack hits your finances, and why almost every Virgo completely ignores it. Make sure you don't miss it. And still in this video, Virgo, before I seal this hour with you, I come back one last time to this request. You have walked with me this far. You have crossed every word, every revelation, every sign. And if at any moment of this message you felt the universe touch you, you know this video was not an accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment, right below the digital book. Not as a charge, not as an exchange, but as a giving back from the one who received to the source this message came from. Any amount your heart points to, and the universe sees every gesture. The universe sees, and the universe multiplies over your home, over your days, over what you don't even know is about to arrive. This was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much. And when the heavy stare tries to return, remember that the answer has a name, the great secret of spiritual envy. And it is already within your reach. Your beautiful, abundant garden is no longer out in the open for anyone to consume. The massive stone wall has been fully erected, the mortar has dried, and the thieves have been permanently locked out. The harvest is finally, undeniably yours. Now, you can let go. This message is complete. What was seen was seen. What was cut was cut. Walk light, Virgo.